Okay, so what a 6 weeks it's been on the road. I just wanted to touch base, and because I said I would, a friend reminded me that, hey, you said you want to touch base again with like a talking head sort of thing, and here I am. The other reason why I'm sort of touching base now is because I've got all this footage to edit and make a film or an episode, but I don't have the energy or yeah, literally don't have the energy or the time to get something up this week. And I feel like I've grown a small community here that are interested in me and a little bit invested. So I just thought I'd touch base on a few things broadly. Um, 6 weeks of van life.
Let's go.
You know, I've come to realize that not every moment is going to be amazing, and I think that's what people are really connecting with my story and my journey, is that I'm showing those things, the boring side, the monotonous, the normal side of van life. There are some amazing places that I'm going to show you, and there's going to be some amazing places that I'm going to go. But 95% of life on the road is here in this confined space, thinking about what everyone else is up to. Where am I going to go next? Thinking about uh, things that have happened in your life that have got you to this point, because it's like an incubator living in this thing. It really uh, cracks you open a little bit in a way and gets you to examine what's inside. And yeah, so far it's been a mixed bag, a real mixed bag.
I had a good night.
Yeah, I'm not going to go into any more details about that, because that's a whole different kettle of fish. Um, so I've moved up into the outback, as you would have seen in my previous videos, gone past Coober Pedy, and I think I hinted where I was going next, but you wait to see the full video coming out soon. One thing that it's not surprising to me, but has become super apparent and I'm aware of, is that water in the outback is sacred, man, and it's scarce. Drinking water, yeah, like at most places I can just pull up,
It is
grab my hose, connect to a tap, fill my 70 liters
going into
up,
my tank though.
and happy days. I've got my water jug here that I fill up with my filter for my cooking and my coffee and my drinking, and I'll fill that up, my dish tub up, and do my dishes. But now I'm like, I've got two of these 10-liter waters that are kind of like a backup, because I haven't been able to fill my tank up since Coober Pedy, and that's pretty much almost empty. That's 70 liters. So yeah, being real mindful of water now, and yeah, every little bit counts, I guess. And bore water is, I think it's okay for doing your dishes and that sort of thing, but yeah, there's no taps around here on this side of the Northern Territory border. A thing that's been really awesome, I know I've been battling a little bit with my solar and battery and everything like that, but the sun has just been charging really well. Hitting my solar panels, I gave them a clean when I went I did 250 k's of dirt roads through some puddles and some mud. I got up on the roof and I had to clean all of my solar panels off because they were like, had a layer of dust like that. So I just wanted to give them the best opportunity to capture as much sunlight as they could. And some days I'm pulling close to 300 watts out of 560 watts of solar. So after a drive today, I'm 100% full. I've only had to charge my battery once in Coober Pedy at a caravan park overnight. I paid for a powered site because I was down to 20%. In hindsight, I probably could have pushed through and made it, but I just really wanted that certainty just because I do work from my van, uh, cook with electricity. Everything's electric. There's no gas. One massive thing that I've got to touch on is the YouTube, the overwhelming acceptance from well over 1,000 of you now. And in one of my videos, 23,000 to date. And as soon as I'm putting my videos up, like thousands of people are watching, hundreds of people are commenting, and they're championing me. And I feel like I'm now committed a little bit to keep you all updated. So that's why I'm giving you an update, because I don't have a full edit yet for you. So I just wanted to let you know that I'm in really good spirits. I know a few of my first videos were a little bit rough. I've had a few heavy days this week in terms of the emotional sense, but I'm looking forward, and that's all we can do is look forward. Okay, so the food side of things, I've cooked a few meals. You've seen what I've been eating, a lot of the vegan options, um, quick, easy stuff, and I've found a lot of my staples are still overflowing. Like I've got cans and cans of lentils, chickpeas, tomatoes. I've got 2 packets of pasta and like spices and sauces, and um, yeah, I really overfilled. Like I was preparing for the apocalypse, it seems, but I am in the outback. But I'm probably never more than like 7 days away from a supermarket. In terms of like setting up for a week, but um, yeah. So I'm probably going to start shopping a little bit less uh, in terms of groceries, and just really try and like stock up on as much fresh stuff as I can when I can, and really prioritizing the fresh stuff, because the canned stuff, I don't need any more of that stuff. It's just going to sit there and um, you know be used intermittently when I run out of my fresh stuff. But what is really working for me are quick and easy meals, like um, some marinated tofu, some of those you know vegan protein nuggets, making tacos, and I will make a pasta sauce every now and then. But that's getting the knives out, chopping, and if I'm set up for a week somewhere, yeah, I'll do that. But if it's just an overnight stop, it creates a heap of dishes, and then it gets me slowed down for moving on the next day. Another thing, the next point I want to talk about is like fuel comes first, basically. And I have been catching public transport to work back in Adelaide, and the car will go unused pretty much for a week sometimes. And now I need to drive places, and fuel is expensive. And I thought naively that I could, ration my fuel budget and go 300 k's a week, spending $100 on fuel. But it's such a huge distance up the middle to Darwin, which is where I'm heading, and then around WA, that yeah, I've got to think about fuel first, basically. Somewhere to park second, food and water, and then, you know, entertainment and any, you know, anything else after that, basically. You know, and scattered amongst all of that stuff is a place to keep my battery charged so I can do my work from my laptop 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. I'm at the point now where, you know, it's been 6 weeks and I'd planned to this point, and I gave myself a bit of an open book, I guess, in terms of what's next. And I hadn't thought past this point of my journey. I've got broad strokes, you know, top to top around WA, but I'm finding that if I don't have a clear plan or a clear path of action, I'm just gonna get lost. Not just like in the real world, I'm gonna get lost up here. So I think this week I've really got to map out, okay, what am I going to be doing the next 6 months? I'm not just going to aimlessly wander around. How long am I going to spend in this place? What are the things I'm going to look at there? How long is it going to take me to get from there to there? What are my travel days? Where am I going to set up to work? What am I going to do for food in that period of time where, you know, there's hours between supplies? So I haven't been doing that. My thing was get in the car and just make it work. But I'm at a point now where that's not working anymore, because either I'll miss out on things or I'll just start to resent being on the road. You know, we need goals. We need things to look forward to. And I guess if I've been feeling a little bit lost, you know, on this journey, it's probably a metaphor for my life a little bit, feeling a little bit lost. I've kind of lost my way a little bit. And I think if I can work out where I want to go on this trip, it's really going to serve me well to work out where I want to go afterwards, putting that plan in place. And I know, you know, I'm really great at giving advice, and lots of people are great at giving advice, but super bad at taking my own advice or anyone's advice. You know, it's really easy to give advice. So really looking forward to taking some of my own advice, listening to my gut, and being honest and true to myself about what do I want out of this? Where am I going? And what's my plan? So a plan to plan, okay? One last thing before I let you guys go, and thanks for listening to this update. I'm considering going live, possibly, maybe once a fortnight on a Sunday evening or another night that might suit, to have these sort of conversations. And I know a lot of you might be interested, either about the van, about traveling, about me, about where I'm going, about where I've come from. And I'm getting really comfortable with, you know, being in the spotlight a little bit. I know I've talked about those negative comments, and I'm just gonna basically ignore them. I just had to point it out that it happens, and I've realized that firsthand. So yeah, thinking about going live at some point. Let me know in the comments if you would tune in, because I want it to be worthwhile. You know, if I'm going to put say half an hour or an hour of my time away to go live, it'd be cool to talk to some people. So yeah, leave a comment below. So just touching base, I'm all good. And yeah, 6 weeks on the road, so far so good. drop some questions below. I do try and get back to most people like in the first sort of 24 hours, 24 to 48 hours after the video goes up. But after that, it does get a little bit hard with such the response that I've been getting. I do read them all. I do like them all. So yeah, I just want to say thanks again for tuning in and supporting me and watching my videos. It really does motivate me to make another one. And I've got one in the works about my last week or so post Cooper Pedy. I don't know how long it's going to be yet, but yeah, just wanted to say g'day from the outback. So I'll speak to you soon, and yeah, stay tuned.